Good morning, everyone. It's Dave with Alaskan Homesteading. Today's project is putting purlins on top of the roof rafters for the woodshed. As you can see behind me, hopefully you can see this, there's fresh snow on the peaks nearby. That mountain is about 5 miles away and maybe about 5,000 feet at the peak. And the snow has continued to build up and keeps coming lower and lower. So we are at the end of our construction season here pretty much. And I think we're in the final stretch. So I'm excited to get started on this and see how it goes. Okay, so the first step here for getting the purlins up is going to be making sure that I have a nice square reference point. And what I've realized is that when I put up the rafters, that string I used at the end must have sagged, and I didn't check any measurements. So you can see the ends of the rafters are all different lengths. So my first task is going to be marking and cutting these all to the same length so that they all overhang the rear of the shed the same amount. So as you see, I had to cut off a fair bit, but at least now we have a nice straight end to the rafters. Now the fun part is going to be doing the same thing. I don't know, what is that? 10 feet in the air, 12 feet in the air? It's just going to be a lot more messing around, moving the ladder. It's going to take time. well, that went pretty well. As you can see, I got up there, put the string line down, made my measurements, and marked up the places where I have to do the cuts. I'm going to go ahead and get those cuts done. We did a measurement from corner to corner, and we ended up with 26 feet 10 1/4 in one dimension and 26 feet 10 1/2 in the other dimension. So I'm pretty satisfied with that as far as square goes on a structure like this. I think that'll do just fine for getting a nice square roof. Let's go up top and take a look now that I've done all my cuts. Yes, the ladder's on a funny angle. Well, here we go. That's pretty dang straight. It might be off by 1/8 or so in a couple of spots, but that'll do just fine. Well, this is our very informal lumber drying room in the greenhouse. It's definitely an improvement over leaving it out in the rain. Yes, I know there need to be more stickers for really stacking and drying, but this is what I have for right now. So we're going to take a few purlins, get them lined up over on the roof, and see if we can get a good straight reference to start where the roofing metal goes. All right, so because these all came off of various random logs that I had sitting in my wood pile, they're of course not square on the ends because all I've done is rough cut them down to 1x4. And so I need to square up the ends, figure out the lengths, and they're also different lengths, right? This one is just shy of 8 feet. These one are a little over 8 feet. So I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to place these and which parts of the roof so they line up well with the rafters. I had a few rafters that I had to cheat one direction or the other just to line them up with the posts. So that'll put some of the 24-inch centers a little bit off, which is where I'll end up kind of making up the difference between the lengths of these boards. So now I'm just laying out the first row of purlins. I'm going to have to measure and figure out exactly where I want them cut to fit to the length. All right, first purlin is up. Another 7 to go, 6. Yeah, 21 boards total. So I'm going to be 24 on center up to the top, and these rafters are about 12 feet. They're a little less. right, well, that's enough for now. I've got to go in and have some lunch. We'll pick up the action a little bit later. All right, after a nice, warm, healthy lunch today, we had some hummus and cheese and soup and hot chocolate. Nice little variety there. Ready to get started again and get back to work on the purlins. You may notice this is a little bit slow going because the wood that I'm working with is not really the perfect length, and the rafters are not the perfect spacing for this setup. So I'm ending up having to kind of custom measure and cut all of the pieces so that they line up correctly and fit the length. So that just makes things go a little bit slower. It is what it is. All right, so I've gotten a little over halfway through. I've done 4 rows of purlins. I've got 3 more to do. The problem that I've run into is that because of the way I had to align the rafters, I had to cheat some over this way or that. I need a 99.5-inch purlin for this first section at the end, and Most of the ones I've cut are right around 8 feet, because most of the logs that I cut I have done so far right at about 8 feet. So I found one log in my pile that's 100 and something inches long, so I've got to take a break from this to go get some wood on the mill. Well, it's nice to have a sawmill, because now I'm back from the mill with the 3 extra long purlins that I need to be able to finish this up. So I've got a whole stack of ones that are just 8 feet, but I really needed a few more that were a little over 8 feet. Well, the purlins are now done. Got them all installed and cut to the right lengths and fixed in place, and yep, this took all day. I didn't expect it to take all day, but here we are. This was a better use of time than going to Oktoberfest, no matter how much I would have liked to do that instead. Just can't miss an opportunity to use good weather to finish an outdoor project. Well, that is all the time I have for today, but I am very satisfied with this progress. I did not necessarily think I was going to get this much done, and I'm really happy about it. You may be wondering about the helmet and safety glasses. I decided that for this in particular, with me climbing around through the rafters and going up and down the ladder 100 times, that I wanted to keep my noggin from getting cracked on any of these rafters or purlins. Just too many opportunities to get bonked on the head and have a bad time. And I'm wearing my contacts today, so the safety glasses are a must with all the sawing and everything. But at any rate, this project is coming right along. The next stage is to get the metal roofing cut to length and pre-drilled so that I can lift it up there and start securing it to the purlins. That's going to be another day, though. I am certainly out of energy for today, but it's a good kind of tired. I feel accomplished and satisfied with what I've done. Well, thanks for watching. I hope that you're enjoying these videos. If you are, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. I could really use it. And if you're so moved, go ahead and subscribe. I keep making content, so you might want to get notified. And if so, hit that bell. That'll let you know whenever I have a new video out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.